We're human. We can all have our fears within our lives. However, genuine people are concerned about others because they care and go all out not to make their worst fears come true for other people. Narcissistic individuals use their fears to exploit and to manipulate others in order to get their needs met by others. Narcissistic individuals tend to fear criticism, and if you've been around a narcissist, you will know that criticism isn't very pleasant. Criticism threatens a narcissist's fragile ego, and whereby a genuine person might think they know best for someone, might have some constructive feedback for someone. They can question how to put it across the right way in order not to hurt another person's feelings. However, with a narcissistic individual, they will happily go all out to put other people down, to boost their own ego, to make people feel insecure and inadequate and unworthy. The fear of abandonment and rejection. Rejection isn't pleasant, which you will know if you've been around a narcissistic individual. However, we do have to take that rejection is just sort of a redirection. We were going along the wrong path and now we need to find a new one. And as rejection and abandonment isn't pleasant, you go all out not to reject the other person, to take on board another person's opinions, even if you don't agree with them. With a narcissist, they need that excessive attention, which is why they usually have multiple sources of supply, and they fear that abandonment and rejection, which is usually why they go all out to isolate their victims from all forms of support. And they will go all out to instill the fear of abandonment and rejection in their victims to keep their victims trapped so that the narcissist can maintain control. Fear of exposure. We can all have potentially done something embarrassing that we don't want other people to know about, and it doesn't affect anybody else if they don't know. We can all have our secrets that doesn't negatively impact anybody else. Narcissistic individuals are some of the most hurtful, destructive people you could ever meet. They're trying to keep that facade, that mask of who they are, that image of perfection. They fear exposure, which is often why they quickly shift the blame onto somebody else. Yet they will threaten to reveal personal information and secrets about others and blackmail people to keep people from stepping out of the narcissist line. Public humiliation. Again, if you've been around a narcissist, you know it's not pleasant, and you will go all out not to humiliate other people because you care about their feelings. Narcissists lack the empathy to care, yet they want to be perceived as perfect, so they will go all out to embarrass and shame other people, to have a joke at another person's expense and get other people to laugh along with them, and then gaslight their victim and claim their victim is too sensitive and can't take a joke, so that they can keep their sense of superiority. Being ignored isn't one of the most pleasant things, and if you've been around a narcissist, you will know that being ignored isn't nice. And you will often avoid ignoring people and try your best to communicate with people, even narcissistic individuals, until you get to the point where you recognise there is no communicating with insincere liars. Yet with a narcissistic individual, because they require that excessive attention, they fear being ignored, yet they will happily subject their victims to silent treatments. They will withhold attention, affection and support to keep their victims in a state of anxiety and uncertainty so that they can remain in control. Narcissistic individuals use their worst fears against other victims to manipulate and to control by exploiting the fears and the vulnerabilities in others. Genuine people go all out to make sure that another person's worst fears doesn't come true because they care about the other person.